Hello, this is Duncan Fowler and this is tutorial booklet 7, intermediate, where we're going to look at routings based on FlowItem item types using a pull strategy rather than a push strategy, which we've been doing up until now. Hopefully we'll explain what we mean by that as we go along. So we're going to have a source, a queue, 4 processes, which are going to be sort of agents who are able to look after different people, different types of people, then a queue and then a sync. So let's just go back up here. So we can see 20% of customers are type 1, 30% are type 2, 40% are type 3, and 10% are type 4. We're going to have to look at how to create different flow items based on a percentage. And also, Agent 1 can only handle customers type 1, Agent 2 can only handle customers type 2, and the other agents can handle any type. So 3 and 4 can do any of the different customers. So you can imagine this might be travel agents or something like that, where these are new staff and can only handle maybe UK-based holidays, European-based holidays, but 3 and 4 can handle people who are interested in going anywhere. So we're going to create a customer arrival schedule with 4 flow items. These are where the percentages are coming from, and this is the label number. We will then call it up to through the source, and then we'll go a little bit further and look at how the agents are doing. How we can make their lives a little bit easier by sharing possible solutions with them on how we can alleviate some of the pressures and stuff like that. Okay, let's move on to FlexSim. Okay, we're in FlexSim 2020. Looking at the data, in the description it says we're going to be using seconds, so let's leave it as seconds. And let's quickly create the model. So it's a source, a queue, 4 processes. I'm just going to click on this, see if I can make life a little bit easier. I know this is going to be called Agent 1. And let's apply that and say OK. And maybe we'll see right click, edit, copy. The number needs changing, but it's a little bit time saving, I think. Okay, so we've got Agent 2. Put them in a nice row. Let's just change update the numbers. Agent 2, Agent 3, and Agent 4. Okay, so let's go to the source and change the flow item class first. We've been used to doing boxes, but these are actually going to be people. Doesn't really matter. I've used woman before, so we'll use that. And now it's changed it into arrival time to exponential 30. So we can just change 30 there, or if you want to go the long way, there we go. We can see the graph update a little bit, so we can see what's happening. People are coming before, and it tails off. So there you go. So we need a global lookup table to get the percentages now. So it's just apply that and say OK. So let's go to the left of the screen and get the toolbox and a global lookup table. So we want 4 rows and 2 columns. And I want to call this table customer arrival table. try hard when you're using FlexSim to give your tables, models, everything really good useful names. So column 2 is our item type name, number, sorry. We know that item type 1 has 20%, item type 2 has 30%, item type 3 40, and then 10. Hopefully that adds up to 100, which it does. And let's go back to our model. Go back to our source, and we need to call up that table now. So if we go to triggers and on creation, click on here, and we want to do data. And if you're using an old version of FlexSim, 2018 maybe, this might say set item type and color, but we're using 2020, so it's a label and color. It gives it the label is type. And selecting the item type and color, and we're going to use something called empirical brackets, and there it's found our table now. It's in quotation marks. There we go. So it's not going to create them in the 20% of item type 1, etc. in that order. It's going to mix them up, but use the percentages coming from that table. So let's apply it and say OK. Let's join some of these up. So it's A. I'm going to put a shift around these 4, shift and next, and draw a box around it. Then hold down the A key, and then A back, and then let's do that. Oop. And do a shift and hold down the shift and just move somewhere to the side, and it cancels the selection. If we reset and run the model, it'll create them. It'll probably go to agent 1 first because it's probably stuck at first available. So let's just increase the speed a little bit, and you can see the people flashing through. See if we can stop, and let's do step. There we go. So we've got 1 there. And we can see that the model is a woman. It's a label it's got a label called type, and it's number 1. Let's step through so we can get a different color. I think that's green, and it's item type 2, and another green. Oh, there's a yellow. There's blue. Yeah, so I think we're okay. Right, now we need to specify a flow item type to a particular agent. So, so open the properties window of the queue, and we'll go to the flow tab. There we are, flow tab. It's currently set to first available. That's why they were going to agent 1, and if agent 1 was busy, it would go to agent 2, etc. These got item type numbers 1, 2, and 3, so we can use the standard by expression. So it'll get the item type number. So if it's a number 1, it'll send it to port 1. If it's a number 2, to port 2, 3 to 3, and 4 to 4. So that's quite an easy one there. So if we apply and run, and so it's to stop. There we go. So the blue one, that should be item type 3, which it is. We've got a yellow one, so that should be item type 4, and it is. There you can see down in the quick properties area. See if we get anything else. And there's 2, so it looks as though everything's running okay. So now we need to set up the process times for the agents. So let's open the properties window for the first one. And the process time is statistical distribution uniform. Minimum is 100. Maximum is 120. And we can either change this depending on what version you're using. I tend to leave this alone now, but in an older version you might have changed that to number 2. So that's got our stream. If we highlight that and copy, go to the other processes because they're all the same. Okay, so let's just move that to the side. I'm just going to create a dashboard. Okay, now let's click on that and let's just reset, run our model so we can watch the data. So it's idle. Idle. Let's have a look at another one, see if we can get some data. So we're getting some information there. So let's click on this one, statistical distribution maybe, and let's see pin to dashboard. Let's get a pie chart. I would just want to rename that agent 1. I'll copy that. I think it's probably a bit big, is that? Because I want to put all 4 on there. Let's just see if it's quite a small circle, so we can see it's idle quite a bit. So let's do 2. And let's reduce that size as well. See if we can get a bit smaller, get all 4 on one screen. Three. Might just be able to squeeze the last one on. It wants to go there, but I'm going to force it down there. And 4. Room for a little one there. Maybe just squeeze them up a bit. So if we reset run, and I run our models for a little while, so you can see that agent 4 is running at idle 62%. I mean, agent 3 is absolutely hammered. So go to the customer. Agent 3 is getting a lot of work because it's getting 40% of the customers going through it. Agent 1 is only getting 1%. Agent 2 is getting just short of agent 3. So there is, a little bit of gap idle time, but it's not much, and in fact that's probably coming from when the beginning of the morning and stuff. So you can see that there's not really an even shift. Sort of agent 1 and 4 could be used better. So let's just go to the model, stop and reset. So we want to make sure give agent 3 and 4 the power. Currently it's only people, item types 3 and 4 can go to these, but the example says they can accept any. So we need to change this expression. Instead of using from the queue the flow item by expression, we need to change it. So therefore let's go to the agents 3. Let's just open that. And go to the Flow tab. And we're going to change this to the pull. And it can pull from any port. It's only got one port coming in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, we should be on, I should have, number 1, sorry. Flow, pull, and pull requirements. And we want to specify if using an older version, it will say item type. We want label. So let's click on there. And we want 3.1 only item types with the value of 1. Let's go to, and this wants did I pick range of oh, sorry. Item type 2. And I'm going to agent 3. It can pull from any port. Again, it's only got one input port, and it can pull anything. So, and then going to agent 4, and again, agent 3 and 4 can work on flow item types 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's allowing us to pull. So this is a pull strategy. So the agent is requesting for the pull item to send. Let's click on apply and OK. And now we need to go back to the queue to change that because it's currently set up by expression, and really we just want to first available. So it will go to flow item types, can go to item types 1 can go to agent 1, 3, and 4. Item types 2 should be able to go to 2, 3, and 4. And item types 3 can go to 3 and 4. And item types 4 can go to 3 and 4. So let's reset and run. Let's stop after a bit. So hopefully this is item type 1. This should be item type 2, and this could be anything. So it could be it is item type 4. This is item type 3. If we step along, particularly interested in the agents 3 and 4. So let's see if we get a different color coming on. So yeah. So we're getting blues and yellows, getting them more because the model's generating more of them. But it seems to be working fine. I think obviously 3 and 4 are a lot more equal. The reasons we're not really getting 3 and 4, sorry, flow items 1 and 2 going to 3 and 4 is because when they get to the end of the queue, 3 and 4 are not fully utilized, so they would naturally go to agents 1 and 2. Only would they go to 3 and 4 if these were free and stuff. So there is a green one there. I think that's, yeah, so that's an agent, an item type. So this has worked. It's shed a little bit of the processing time between agents 3 and 4, and the agents 1 and 2 are still, I mean, 85% and 72% is is quite heavy anyway. The agents 3 and 4 are clearly overworked. Okay, hopefully that was useful to you. Thanks a lot for listening.